Right. So, I have picked my next game. It's gonna be Damon Ex Machina because yeah, I want to play a little bit of Mecha. I was like, oh, you know what? I haven't finished this game yet, so might as well give it a go. And he just oh, actually, interesting. It actually switched to wait, what? No, why are you? That is hilarious. It says it was still capturing the window for Call of Cthulhu in my OBS. I'm like, that's not Call of Cthulhu, that's Damon X Machina. So I get to go ahead and now blow stuff up in a robot. Alright, let me just move this over here. Yeah, this is one of the series I've been working on stream. So it'd be nice to put this back up. So, all right, my arsenal, yay! Wait a minute. Um, kind of like off stream when I've had like maybe an hour, 2 hours to like kind of play. I've been playing like the single player mission mode, and I kind of got some new parts. So I got some new parts, got some new legs, got some new weapons. So, the Grim Reaper 2 rifle, which I kind of like a lot. Like, I do like the rifles a lot in this game. I'll be honest. I've got new, yeah, new active homing missiles. So, yeah. Um, but I also have a railgun. If I want to go use a railgun, or I could use a cannon as well. So, and I have gun buddies. These are independent target-seeking drones that will launch off my mecha. So I have let's see, yeah, one that does laser attacks and one does machine gun attacks. Yeah, I like it. And I think that's all the new weapons I have. Oh, I could use extra hand grenades or use hand grenades if I want as an auxiliary, but yeah, I just like more ammo. Just give me more ammo. Give me more ammo for my main weapons. Oh, and then I think I got a new melee combat weapon. I'm still using the Buster Doom because yes. Yeah, I've got the two attachments that deal max damage, and I also kind of like the I mean the damage isn't as low as good, but yeah, part of me is thinking yeah, just use the Noble Pride because that's a lot of damage increase, and another part of me is like, I'll just bonk things with a hammer, but the attack recovery time is hmm so but I kind of also like want to do chain attacks, so that's why I'm like looking at this Habariki here too. So that's why I'm like, you know. So I'm like, Buster Doom. I mean, I was like, and then on the left pylon, I have the Achilles shield. I think this was the shield you developed from what's it called? Doing the thing in the shop. Okay, I don't want to. I got new armor attachments. That's a new armor attachment, and then I got a new leg attachment. Okay, wherever it was. Okay. All right, in the factory. Things have been made. So the Orochi, and I got an ice cream token, and a sacred moon. So that stuff is now available to buy in the shop. So I could develop parts. Hmm. Oh, weapons, arm weapons, special. Oh, okay, so special performance upgrade. Drastic raise of weapon performance. Wow. Oh, wow. I like that. Ooh, I really gotta keep that in mind. Oh yeah, this Orochi need that. All right, so I can make a cooling system or the reserve magazine. Oh, so that's going to require the down booster. That's going to require the cooling system. You know what? Insufficient credits. Okay, that's fine. Oh. Shop. Hanger. Alright, let me go and look at the... Let me get some ice cream. Bum, 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 bum. A double scoop always. I love a waffle cone. Give me a peach. With vanilla. Let's see. What kind of buff? Boost speed. Yes. Ow. Story mission. Continue. Offer missions. Rank D. Reclaim AI controlled territory. Okay, so alright. The Greenfall bedrock blasting, we placed the explosives, it blew stuff up, and blah 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 blah. So this is going to be in a different area. So Horizon's territory has been overrun by immortals. Team up with other reclaimers to reclaim the area before the enemy can further entrench themselves. So there are side goals, but I don't know what they are yet. Let's go. Oh, there we go. Ooh. That one. Meow.
あ、アンサークラウンのお嬢ちゃんか。だったらあの狙撃の精度も納得だが、こんなところで何をしてるんだ。
教えられない。極秘のオーダーだもん。
どうやらどこかのネーションからオービタルも知らないオーダーが発行されているようね。まあ話の筋からしてスカイユニオンでしょうけど、大方新型の機体のデータを私たちに取られる前に破壊してしまおうってあたりかしら。
なんでわかったの？オーダーの内容がバレたのが分かったらお姉様に怒られちゃう。殺すしかないかな。
Yay.
敵のロックオンは継続中です。
お嬢ちゃん、僕はお嬢ちゃんを撃墜したくない。
彼女の機体がスカイユニオンの新型なら交戦できるのはむしろ歓迎よ。
やっぱり戦うんじゃない。
Damn straight.
ルキ、とにかくオーダーの
Stop calling me rookie.
あのお嬢ちゃんについては各自で判断するしかない。
No. Zoa.
とにかく
Send
こ
spin.
のまま足を止めていたら狙い撃ちだ。3回するぞ。
Why ad break? Oh.
輸送しているアーセナル以外の殲滅を確認しました。対象の機体はオーダー内と認識。オーダーの達成を確認しました。
Oh. No, I didn't know destroying this arsenal would. Oh.
オーダーの達成はいいけど、あのお嬢ちゃんまだ諦めてないみたいだぞ。
Ooh,
もう
Flash
ちょっ
for
と戦闘データを取りたいところね。
the part.
撃墜していいかしら。
ダメだ。公兵同士でやり合って何の得がある。
あら、つまらない男ね。
ほう、機関シーケンスを展開しろ。あのお嬢ちゃんは支援システムがなくても正確に射撃してくるぞ。一気に作戦領域から離脱する。
了解しました。機関シーケンスを展開実行します。
逃げるな。
So, dang, I did not complete the side objective. That makes me really sad. I should have gone after Panzer Princess first. What did I make? The reserve mag. So the legs, these are the new legs of Flash Phantom. Let's see. What are the stats differences? So you get a higher VP rating, my defense goes up, my the raw durability goes up because the defense values go down a little bit. Flight boost speed and time goes up. My recovery times go down though. It's not bad. Land speed goes up by quite a bit though. Yeah, and the landing recovery time goes up, or is better. Wait. The total weight also goes down. You know what? That's interesting. Oh, my knockdown recovery actually increases. Resistance goes down, but the recovery increases. Jump performance slightly less. Okay, the land boost stamina efficiency is significantly lower, so that means if I'm boosting around on the ground, right? I can't boost as long. But I'm gonna go ahead and use the... Oh! Oh. Oh, but I'm gonna use these instead. Because knockdown stabilizers and jump enhancers, so... Yeah, I'm gonna use those long swords. And, oh yeah, and I got the head from the Muramasa. Okay, you know, I like the head I'm using now. I really like the... I really like it. Oh! Flash Phantom. Requires Gladius parts. Ugh. Oh, gun arms. Oh, these... I kind of like these gun arms with the assault rifle stuff built in because I just do. Like, weapon arms don't make a whole lot of sense, but I like them a lot. Like Kazakiri legs. Yeah, the Kazakiri legs. That's what I was using, right? Okay, what weapons can I develop? Caladrius, Grilling Impact, Prominence. Okay, so those are the new ones I could build. Habakiri. So, let's see what's an auxiliary then. Oh, I could build a trap mine out of the hand grenade. I mean, the trap mine wouldn't be that bad because... Well, yeah, never mind. Not gonna make anything. Oh! I got tiger pattern camo! Tiger pattern camo! Sell weapons. I could sell auxiliary. Buy equipment, buy armor. Oh, new processor. Oh, it's just a memory up. Eh. Eh. Oh yeah, I got new decals. The number 30. Oh, yeah, there it is. And a new pattern. Ooh. Ooh. Ah, ah. Oh yeah, desert camo too. Not a huge fan. Still a fan of the normal woodland camo. I mean, I kind of wish there was a. I mean, I like this digital camo because it's like the USN digital camo. But I can't. I honestly wish I could change the color of that paint job, but you know you can't change the color of a pattern. I mean, you could also do the onyx, which actually does look pretty cool. I mean, rose quartz also kind of looks cool too. But like I said, it's just that. Oh wait, I just noticed that these legs have like actual, like an actual stuff stuck in it. But Woodland camo is currently still my favorite. Oh wait, no, I don't want to go missions. Hanger, equipment, armor, legs. Oh wait, yeah, okay, yeah, the Muramasa, yeah, the Zen prototype ones. Oh, it was a Zarikiri, right? Or Kazekiri. Yeah, Kazekiri were the legs I had last, I believe. Next mission. Ooh, new free mission. Ooh, eliminate enemy AIs. Complete mission within 240 seconds. Ooh, that's a nice chunk of cash.
それではオーダーについての詳細な内容をお伝えします。
Briefing will now commence.
本オーダーはオービタルからの依頼となります。オービタルではスカイユニオン支配区域においてバレットワークスによって撃破された巨大イモータルの残骸を回収、アーセナルへの応用を研究。現在巨大イモータルとアウターをリンクさせることに成功しました。今回実地試験を行うにあたり被験者としてあなたが選ばれました。試験データの内容はエリア内の敵を排除ということです。なおデータ収集また緊急事態に備えて任務開始時刻までに準備を完了。
Am I piloting it? Yeah, I hope I'm piloting it. No, it's okay. Oh, I am piloting it. Oh.
フェムト粒子の濃度は軽微。電子機器へ影響はありません。各機のデータリンク開始。状態の通信回線を開きます。オーダーを開始してください。
すげえことになったもんだな。あれ、俺が来たのに驚いたね。予想つまんないやつだな。まあいい。それより中どうなんだ。妹の中で通用しないんだな。まあくれぐれもそいつで俺を攻撃なんてやめてくれよ。言っておくけど不利じゃないよ。いつまでも新人扱いはごめんなのな。ビシッと戦果を上げてやろうぜ。
Oh, wow. Oh. This is cool, but this thing cannot move. I am having a lot of fun with this. This is honestly fun. but this is so unwieldy at the same time. Oh, I did the wrong thing. This attack is like just free, just free AOE. That's what this attack is. But yeah, this thing is unwieldy. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, it's. Oh, if I can, I'm getting Johnny G's parts. Oh gosh. Hi, Johnny G. Can I get your parts? No? Aw. Oh, wrong attack again. Yeah, this is kind of unwieldy. It's the cool factor's there. The cool factor is definitely there, but it's unwieldy. Like, the animations to attack and recover are slow. I mean, basically I'm playing as an NPC, right? So the NPC should never be as good as what I could field, right? But at the same time, it just doesn't, like, this attack feels good, right? But like I said, it's just the attack animations, like recovering the attack animations is what's kind of.
試験データの収集を終了しました。
Can I hop out of this? No?
オーダーの達成を確認しました。帰還シーケンスを展開します。手順に従って帰還してください。
お疲れさん。楽勝だったな。帰ったら話聞かせろよ。
So, I don't think I want to play this again. But I have the funny feeling I'm going to have to if I want, like, combat data to make parts. Oh, yeah, I gotta hold the skip. Yeah, do I have combat? Oh, I didn't complete mission within 3 minutes. Alright, so... Yeah, it's a side goal, though. What I have... Oh, I did not complete the side goal on this one. I mean... Side goals aren't, like... the thing I really need to do. Like, this one, though... Oh, the side goal. This one's gonna kill me. And I can't replay it. Guard the transport aircraft. Immortals have occupied along a cargo transport route. Team up with other reclaimers to defend the transport aircraft as it moves valuable cargo through the area. Alright.
では、ブリーフィングを開始します。 すでにイモータルに占拠されている海洋プラントがあります。この海域を通過する間、輸送機を防衛するのが本オーダーの目的となります。もしも任務成功が叶わない場合には、輸送機を撃墜して任務開始時刻までに準備を
I'm
それほど重要なものを乗せなぜわざわざ敵に占拠されたエリアを横切るようなルートを取る。
このルートが一番安全だと判断されたからです。
I don't think they understand how airspace works. I mean, hear me out here, right? This is the safest airspace route through enemy territory. You know, that's like that's like putting a plate of bacon, sausage, steak on the floor of your kitchen and expecting a dog not to come in and wanting to just start eating everything off the plate. Or, alternatively, put said plate full of meaty goodness on top of a dog's head and expect the dog to not move to try to sniff what's on the plate. I understand. Like, don't get me wrong. Because Armored Core had missions like this completely contrived. Why is this transport that belongs to like Company A flying through the airspace that rival company B controls? Why? And in some Armored Core missions, they actually explain it like, you know, as the transport was flying through the air, a forward operating base that was owned by like Emerald got captured by Zeo Matrix, right? Like Ace Combat 3, of course I would use Emerald and Zeo Matrix. Or was that Armored Core 2? Anyway, I just remember Emerald and Zeo Matrix being one of the previous two companies in Armored Core. But you know, you would get that like a transport was flying a secure route, and you know, an hour before the transport was gonna fly over once friendly airspace, right? And they say like the transport is an automaton transport, that the route is pre-programmed, preloaded into the automaton flight computer to prevent it from being hijacked by like remote control, right? Or GPS or whatever, right? Like they had that kind of story in Armored Core. It made perfect sense because it's like, okay, yeah, because the flying transport is controlled by a computer that cannot be accessed once the transport takes flight, then it makes perfect sense that, you know, that a specialized strike force took over a section of that route so it could gun down the transport, right? Makes sense. Or in other instances, like I think this was an Armored Core 4 mission, like one of the early ones, where it first introduced the reloading mechanic in the game on Armored Core 4, where you go ahead and reload because this is going to be a long drawn out fight, and you had to protect a spaceport, I believe, or a shuttle, rocket launch. It was either protecting a spaceport or a rocket preparing to launch, and you know, it made sense for that one to be like, oh yeah, you know, we were expecting this transport to land, which is like the final component. We need like component and or piece of cargo to load onto the space rocket, right? It made sense that okay, yeah, you know, like even though we don't expect hostiles, you know, if they show up, hey, do your job. And if nothing happens, you don't you'll get paid a babysitting bonus or a babysitter rate. And of course, you know, you get attacked and you get your merc bonus for everything you shoot. Oh god, I'm trying to remember which contract it was, and like some of the armored cores had contracts where it was just straight up destroy as much, do as much property damage as you can, and based on how much property damage you did in a time limit, you know, destroying MTs, ACs, um, any ravens that would show up. Like, oh, those stages were so much fun because it was always like how much better could I do? How much more collateral irresponsible damage could I just do? Right? Those were like the funnest missions in all of the armored cores in my opinions because it was always it's like one of those how much damage can I do? How much damage can I do? How much complete collateral damage can I do? You know, and you start figuring out, oh hey, that is actually worth more than the cars on the road. I should prioritize those, like, and then you start flying around the level and you start mapping things and you're like, oh, each MT I destroy is like 1,000 instead of like 200 for the cars on the road. Not only that, but I still remember the first one. I think it was in Armored Core 1. And because it was in Armored Core 1, I remember that they contract a Raven to come and intercept you towards the end of the mission, and destroying that Raven is like a $5,000 bonus. Yeah, but no, I'm just kind of like I know I really shouldn't compare this to Armored Core, but one of the mecha designers for the earlier Armored Cores did the robot design for this game. I'm like, huh, that looks like Zeo Matrix stuff, right? I was like that looks like Zeo Matrix stuff from like Armored Core 3 series. Huh. And lo and behold, I learned that the mecha designer did work on Armored Core. So I'm like, okay, cool. No wonder things felt familiar, you know, design wise for the mecha. Anyway, that was me going on a tangent side rant, but yeah.
一番安全
Oh,
なルートが
Johnny.
ここなんだよ。敵の物資って
機密情報です。開示できません。
It's always classified. Always classified.
積みの中身はフェムト物資以外ありえないだろう。
Femto material. Yeah, okay.
おそらくはオーバルの中心部から採取されたサンプルテラーズのご老体もそれに興味があるのではないかね。
その饒舌さは感心できんな。テラーズはオーダーを受けろ。
面白い。やはりテラーズ。いや、グリーフが興味を持つほどのものということか。
詮索好きの不浄の輩に光が与えられることはないだろう。
ますます面白い。お前たちが何のゲームをしているのか、ぜひ知りたい。
バレットワークスは降りる。オーダー内容が危険すぎるという判断だ。
Of course I'm freaking going. Oh, messages. Shoot yourself in the head, Klondike. That'll make it really interesting real fast. Oh yeah, forget. When everyone's done talking, I could just circle out. Well, I'm using a PS5 controller? Yeah, PS5. So, eh.
作戦区域に到達しました。フェムト粒子の分布は高濃度。各センサーによるレーダー補正を行います。各機のデータリンク開始。小隊の通信回線を開きます。
敵の数が多いな。楽しいゲームになりそうだ。動くな。なるほど。複製可能な AI ならではの作戦じゃないか。まだ動けるかね、五郎隊。
集中しろ。まだ魚の餌にはなりたくあるまい。
気をつけてください。オーバルの海は月の落下時に大量のフェムト物質の影響を受け、フェムトエネルギーを吸収する性質を持ったため、水中ではアーセナルの水力が減衰するせいで離脱できません。海底まで沈降した後、救難ビーコンを発しながら救助を待つことになります。その場合でも緊急用の酸素は8時間持ちますし、安全上問題はありません。救助を待つ間、お好みの音楽を流すことができます。
AI にしては面白いぞ。弟に見習わせたいものだな。何？放置制しなければ問題ない。敵の戦術が分かれば軌道の予測ができる。
輸送機の進行ルートの確認を怠った。孤立される前に撃ち落とせ。では始めるぞ。
No, into the drink it goes. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Did we make it through? Alright, is there possibly anything in these? Yeah, I'm just like, is there loot? Is there loot? Actually, you know what? I'll just skip. Probably there probably isn't anything. Ba ba na 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 na. Oh, yeah, I forgot to get my ice cream. Always gotta get my ice cream. Double scoop, double scoop. Caramel with a cheesecake. Alright, let's see. Can I... What do I... Wait, what do I want to... oh yeah, that's right. I want to go chain attacks. So I want to go... active traps, which kind of sucks. And then I could get increased chain attacks again. Right here. And then... Oh... Oh, and then it's... After that, it's double reload. Right? That's what I want to do. Or I could go... Oh, that's right. The outer... I could get a repair skill. Actually, you know what? Yeah, it's 20k to... Right. So stamina usage on evasion. Oh yeah, that's me. When I mean me, the outer. Um, yeah, arsenal is the robot, but if it says outer, it's the pilot, which is my character. Right. Bleh. Investigate the unidentified aircraft that entered the Horizon's airspace. Yay, let's go. Watch, this is the aircraft we were just escorting.
ではブリーフィングを開始
Yeah, there's a couple of missions like that in Armored Core. It's like, yeah, escort this convoy. And then, after that, same convoy, probably on a return trip or to a different target zone. Yeah, you gotta hijack. That's the life of a Raven in Armored Core. Oh, yeah, you were my boss. I was contracted to defend you guys one day. Now I'm contracted to go ahead and destroy all of you. Oh.
ホライゾンからの依頼となります。ホライゾンの支配領域に未確認の航空機が侵入。現在もこの未確認の機体について調査を行い、現在も状況はブリーフィングの終了とともに帳簿は締め切られ、直ちにアーセナルを起動し。
イモータルなのか。
不明です。それも調査目標に含まれます。ただし、オービタルに参画しているいずれのネーションも当該機体の所属を否定しています。
確かに現在オーバルリンク内で運用されているどの航空機ともシルエットが一致しないわね。どうして支配領域に侵入されるまで気がつかなかったの？
当該機体は高度なステルス性能を有しています。また当該機体へあらゆる周波数での通信を試みましたが、一切の返答はありませんでした。
撃ち落としちまえばいい。その方が
的な理由で許可されていません。当該機体をコントロールしているのが人間である可能性が否定できないからです。未確認の生徒
I like that guy's style.
に救援を求めているのかもしれません。
もしオーバル内の生き残りだとして、だんまりを決め込んだままステルス全開で戦場の最前線を横切るかよ。どう考えてもイモータルだろう。
それを確認するのが本オーダーの目的です。
融通が利かないな。
私にそれを求めるのですか？ AI とは融通が利かない。
I don't trust AIs. I never do. Never will.
あのな。
All I have to say is 9 ball.
今のは坊やの真似ね。
Never will trust an AI. Ever. 9 ball taught me that when I was like 14, 15 years
私
old.
に冗談を言う機能は備わっていません。
わかったよ。俺が悪かった。
Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna skip all this. Let's go. I'm just here for the missions. I'll be honest. The story is kind of like secondary. I'm here for the missions. Just like, well, I mean, yeah.
作戦区域に到達しました。フェムト粒子の分布は高濃度。各センサーによるレーダー補正を行います。各機のデータリンク開始。小隊の通信回線を開きます。未確認の航空機を光学カメラで捉えました。モニターに移します。
They didn't say it had escorts. Whoa! Oh.
調査の必要もない。
あれは妹だ。どこかの工場から奪った輸送機を取って
記録したデータをオービタルへ送信しています。少々お待ちを。目標の機体内部に高エネルギー反応。超高出力のレーザー兵器です。回避してください。
What's your game? Oh. Disco Inferno.
クローキが被弾しました。クローキ制御不能。作戦エリア内に墜落します。
おいおっさん、あんた今の攻撃が来ることが分かってたな。俺には機械の声がどうして教えなかった。知ったことか。避けられないのがバカだ。
I like him.
貧乏くじを引いたぜ。いいか、俺のことは気にするな。オーダーに集中しろ。必ずオーダーを達成するんだ。
オービタルにイノセンスの坊やの救出要請。
すでに行っています。数分で救出部隊が到着するはずです。オービタルにより目標の機体がイモータルであると確認されました。それに伴いホライゾンがオーダー内容を変更します。支配領域に侵入したイモータルを撃墜してください。
あのレーザージェットに気をつけなさい。出力が見て連発できる代物でもないぞ。
目標の機体内部に高エネルギー反応。超高出力のレーザー兵器です。回避してください。
Oh! Yeah.
戦術コンテナ射出を確認。注意してください。
Ow! You ran into me, you bastard!
さあどうぞ。私は強い。
目標の機体内部に高エネルギー反応。敵機体がスカイユニオンの支配領域へ移行します。本オーダーにおいてスカイユニオンの支配領域への侵入は許可されていません。
妹に放っておくという。
タルが逃げる。
繰り返します。本オーダーにおいてスカイユニオンの支
ているしかないなんて。
作戦領域に新たな機影が侵入してきます。
伊達の妹。違う。
Oh, it's not getting away. Okay. Hi, kitty. Oh. Hello.
バレットワークス。どういう。
俺の獲物横取りされた。
落ち着きなさい。ここで
オーダーが更新され、ホライゾン支配領域に侵入した。
所属不明機です。4、オービタルにオーダーの正当性を問い。
オーダーが更新され、ホライゾン支配領域に侵入した。
新しい王だ。
オーダーの更新に伴い既存オーダー。所属不明機が。
あいつら。
どうやら向こうはやる気みたいね。
Wait, what? Mission can't. Wait. Wait, 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 wait. Where are they? I thought they were gonna. I thought we were gonna fight. Oh. All right. I guess we're not gonna fight. Oh. Data for Nightmare. So that's a new. Ooh. Sukiyaki. 33. Will complete 33 missions. Laser resistant panel mark 3.
ホライゾンからオーダーが追加。
Oh.
ホライゾン支配領域に。
所属。あれは誰がどう。
オーダーでは敵。所属不明機から通信が入って。
回線を開きなさい。
所属不明機に次ぐ。直ちにスカイユニオンへの領空侵犯をやめて退去しろ。
こっちからはあなたたちが所属不明。
どういうことだ。俺たちには住所。これはどう考えてもおかしいです。
そうだ。私は何十年もそして似たようなケースが頻発しつつある。情報が
そうさ。誰。
わからん。
わからない。何か裏にあるって分かっていて血を流すつもりなの。
お前たちがそうするのは構わん。
そんな住所。
ジョニー。
そりゃ最初は親父や兄貴をでも住所や仲間と戦ってるうちに。
そうか。お前はいい兵。
話をそらさないで。
どうでもよくはない。今オーバル、イモータル、オービタル、各ネーション、そして我々傭兵さえも巻き込んでだ。それは私やお前たちが抱えている戦う理由をないがしろに。
Yeah, this was kind of shown in one of the scenes of one of the last missions. Is Brigadier General here, and I forgot that freak. I don't like him. Basically, the freak, forgot who he was. Well, and what Merc company he's with, but basically he infiltrated the Oval Link and he's tampering with stuff, and I think he wants to create another like world war or something like that. Yeah, there's something he wants control of, and he's looking to destroy either the consortium, which is the megacorps, or Oval itself, or Orbital.
戦う理由。
私はな、それを許すわけにはいかんのだよ。少なくとも私が戦場へいざなった連中のためにもな。
オーダーの破棄を提案します。オービタルとしてはお互いのオーダーが正当なものである限り戦闘に関知はしませんが、あなたいたずらに命を奪い合うことはお勧めできません。
AI らしく ーション同士で支配領域を奪い
繰り返しますが、オーダーのは
さて、それは誰からの提案なのだろうな。
真実のために。
欲しいものがあれば戦いに勝って
そう言われたら
え
ウエストセブンに撤退はない。ジョニー、お前も覚
さあルキ死ぬなよ。俺たち
オーダーを。
Oh. Come here, BG. I want you. I want you. I want you, BG. Come here, Brigadier General. And I kind of want... Oh.
俺はお前が羨ましかった。お前はすごいよ。俺が憧れてた傭兵たちの誰もがお前を気にする。俺の戦績はいつだってお前のおこぼれだった。だけどな、俺だって本気なんだ。バレットワークスの一員なんだぜ。フォー、弾切れの火器を全部捨てろ。ブレードを展開。ジェネレーターの出力を最大に。格闘戦で決着をつける。
おすすめできません。機体のダメージが限界です。フレームが分解する恐れがあり
You
ます。
know what?
一撃で蹴りをつける。受けてみろ。ルキー。
I'm gonna oblige!
ここまでだ。バレットワークスはオーダーを破棄する。
作戦エリアから敵性機体の反応が消滅しました。
I was ready to oblige, Johnny.
准将、どうして止めるんですか。
部下を無駄死にさせるわけにはいかんだろう。
With the power of friendship.
それにオーダー通りに戦えば何か動きがあると思ったが、ままならんな。それにお前たち、特にルーキー、お前と一戦交えてみたくなった。それだけだ。
そんな理由でもしかしたら誰かを殺す羽目になっていたわよ。
自分が殺されるとは思わないんだな。こっちは生きた心地がしなかったってのに。
Okay, Johnny did get all
どうなった。
戦いは終わり。私たちの勝ちよ。準将、誰かとやらがいるなら踊らせることはできる。
あるいはな、私の名に手は打つつもりだ。
ジェネレーターの出力が低下中。帰還シーケンスを展開します。起動が不可能になる前にシーケンスを実行してください。
帰還する。さあ、戻ったらいろいろと忙しくなりそうね。
Oh, I can't damage him anymore. Plot armor. So unfortunate for me. So I guess hold to skip. The only see, All right, this is one of the things I kind of hate about this game compared to like the older Armored Cores, right? So the older Armored Cores. Oh.
世間話を装おうとしたけど失敗した。どう考えても一緒にアイスクリームを食べようって顔ぶれじゃないもの。
そうか。私は嫌いではないぞ。新発売のフレーバーが気になっていたんだが、一人ではなかなか来にくくてな。
意外だわ。
で、どうだったんだ？報告すべき何かがあって呼び出したのだろう。
あの件についてオーダー中の4の言動を検証してみたが、お互いが適正機体として認識されていたこと、それとオーダーの破棄を提案したこと、いずれも戦術サポート AI としてはありえない現象と思っていいでしょう。
それで
オーダー開始から終了までを通して外部からの不自然な操作、つまりウイルスやバックドアなどの介入は一切認められなかった。4は正常に動作した上でああいった振る舞いをしていたことになるわ。
今一つわからんな。4は信用できんということか。
4の基本原則、人間に奉仕することを書き換えるのは難しいでしょうね。正常に動作している以上、そこは揺るがないと考えていいわ。オーダーの破棄にしても私たちの生命を案じての提案なんでしょう。
だが我々は戦った。死人が出なかったのは偶然でしかない。
あの状況が人間、私たちというよりももっと大枠でいう人類にとって必要か、そこまででなくてもやむを得ないと判断したということね。理由はわからないけれど、そういうせめぎ合いってあるでしょ。
ジョニーの捨て身の特攻を止めようとしたのも正常な動作ゆえということか。
今4のメインフレームを解析しているわ。何しろ付随するデータベースが膨大でもうちょっと時間がかかりそう。でも解析できれば誰が4に入れ知恵をしたかくらいはわかるかも。
4のメインフレームにアクセスできるのか。オービタルの最重要機密だろう。どこに存在するかも明かされておらん。
できるかできないかで言えばできるわよ。方法は秘密。
わかった。
Trade secrets, eh?
任せよう。やり方は何でも構わん。
ありがとう。この話、本来ならウエストセブンの彼にも知らせるべきかと思ったけど。
それは少し待ってくれ。
でしょうね。準将、あなたの判断に任せるわ。
今の段階では何も分かっていないのとそう変わらん。だが何かが起き始めているのだけは確かだ。そしておそらくそれは私やお前たちを巻き込もうとしている。いずれ選択を迫られるだろう。その時に自分が何のために戦っているのかということを忘れるな。
別に大義なんてないけれど、私が戦うのはお金のためだもの。
構わんよ。我々と対峙した時お前は引かなかった。それで信用するに足りる。
何か分かったら報告するわ。新作のフレーバーたっぷり楽しんでちょうだい。それじゃあね。
She gave BG the wink.
それにしても私が甘いものを食べるのがそんなに意外か。
Little brandy.
これだってブランデーでも垂らせば大したごちそうじゃないかね。何、アイスクリームでなくてもいい。年を取るにつれて
Okay, I actually agree with that. Little moments you treasure.
戦いが終わるんじゃないかと思うことができるからな。その時まで生き延びねばならん。私にはその義務がある。少し話しすぎてしまったな。
幾多の太陽が生命を生み、幾多の太陽の死とともに生命は命の輪を閉じた。
Oh, yeah, this is the freak. This voice. This guy. Oh.
私に使命を思い出させ壊れた連鎖の修復、寸断された糸をつなぎこしらえ、隔離、ま
you know, I know there's some people who enjoy exposition and waxing philosophies and trying to make something great, but when you have missions that are literally 3 minutes, 30 seconds to complete, and then you shove like 5 minutes of cutscene exposition, it's a little unbalanced. Yeah, I'm just saying, you know, I remember some missions in like the first Armored Core, you know, they were kind of brutally difficult to complete sometimes because, you know, like 3D map, like you know, making a 3D map was like kind of like terrible back in the day, to be honest. So navigating a level, memorizing the level design, then figuring out if it's a new enemy, the type of attack patterns it has, or maybe you just go gung ho and you're not careful enough and you lose too much of your armor points, right? And towards the middle of the mission, you're almost dead. Or you bring the wrong weapons with you and you've got a good amount of health left, but you only have like a handful of munitions left and you don't have enough ammo to kill the last enemies to finish the mission. So it's not uncommon, like, you know, like I don't know if they wanted to avoid that with this game, but in the first Armored Core, you may have to retry a mission, certain missions, like 2, 3 times, because you're like, oh, I have the wrong build to tackle the requirements of this mission. Right? And then you go ahead, you do all that. And, well, let's just say, kind of just sucks after that because, like, or I mean, not sucks, but like in the original first few handfuls of Armored Core on the PS1, right? It's like yeah, some missions just totally would eat you up and spit you out, and they were like meme missions. That's what they would call them now. They were like memes because you had the armor eating, deteriorating gas levels where you would constantly lose AP if you like went into certain rooms or hallways, and the goal then became to, as quickly as possible, clear the facility while avoiding the damage from the corrosive gas eating away your armor points, and try not to take damage. You know, so it's like, wow, you know, oh, like replaying some of those missions is like the first, well, not the first, but like our Ace Combat 4 on the PS2, right? Some of those missions you would just have to retry because you're like, oh, it's a ground attack mission. That, you know, I don't have ground support. And then at the end of the mission, it becomes an air superiority mission, and you're like, oh, I'm in the completely wrong aircraft. I can't dogfight in this piece of crap, right? You know, they're like, oh, I'm a C rank, yay. Now, the problem with this game is its pacing, right? The missions are too short for the amount of exposition it's laying down. Like, Armored Core did a great way of doing it as emails, right? Like, if you chose to read emails after a mission or between missions, or maybe if you like read the mission like briefings, right? You could string together a little bit of story, and sometimes in a mission you would get exposition. Like if another Raven would show up, that would like say something to you, right? Like the pacing in this game, like I said, the game's fun. Like to me, piloting my mech, just pop, 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 pop. But the pacing in the missions are, it's just not there. Yeah, you could say, well, I don't want to just keep attacking a bullet sponge, right? Yeah, I get that. I hate that too. But there's just something about this game's pacing with the length of the levels, the quality of the levels, and the missions. Actually, I should say missions, right? I mean, sure, you could do the repeatable missions, but kind of get a little boring. but the structure of the missions, the quality of the missions, and the fact that you can't repeat the story missions after you cleared them. I mean, currently, because I don't know if there's like a new game plus or if you could replay missions after you're done with the main story like you could in the original Armored Core, right? You know, all the missions unlock and you can take on the missions that were locked to you because you took on like a combination of other missions that locked you out of Route B, right? So there's, to me, this game is fun. The controls are tight. The mecha action building is good. I wish there was actually something to do for my outer if I actually hopped out of my mech. You know, I wish there was actually, you know, something to do on foot. Chocolate with another chocolate. Hell yeah. So, you know, I know. Ooh, I could go up these. Cool. Oh, oh, it was the dog. So you know, there's just sometimes when I'm like in this game, I'm like, you're there's too much exposition between some missions, right? Like this is why I think Ace Combat, you know, like Ace Combat did it best. Probably did it best. Um, like Ace Combat 4 and onward, right? Is that you would get a handful of missions that were just straight up. You could listen to the briefing. There was no crazy exposition dump. You know, it's like do these missions to contribute to the war effort. You know, it was that kind of bland storytelling, right? And then after you did a handful of missions, you'd get a big dump of like what your efforts were able to do, or there's a crazy enemy counterattack. Like what was it? Kimona Airspace for the rocket launch in Ace Combat 4, which was a full air superiority. It was just that was a big furball of a fight, and I love Kimona Air Base or the Kimona rocket launch facility. That was just a great fight, and like Ace Combat 4. Like I said, I remember it to this day, and I haven't played Ace Combat 4 in over a decade. I haven't played that game in over a decade, and I still remember the Kimona Air Force, that mission. You know, you know, there's, but I have yet to have that kind of like experience here. There's been some cool missions, but not quite some. This game, as I'm experiencing it, it's fun. It, it's fun. It's there's great things about it. I like building my mech. I like ooh, messages, notification. Oh, I have our gratitude. Although the Immortals seized our oh. And Sky Union attacked our factories. I'm sure we'll do things to our first. However, despite our gains in this battle, we have nevertheless the same law. Whether to trump the world by horse or by cars, or a couple, or in a trio, by you and you alone. Oh yeah, trusted orbital. Trusted to orbital. We believe that orbital is necessary. Great. I think we're gonna get close to having to pick a faction. All right, new processor. Oh. 100K for a new pro. Um, what do I have equipped right now? It would be white stats across the board. I have the stamina up. That's what I currently have. Okay. So stamina up 2. This is what I would upgrade to. So let's sell weapons. So I got 2 Grim Reapers that could make into something in the factory. Factory, develop equipment, weapons, arm weapon, bullet weapon. Oh. See, this handgun looks pretty cool because that little blister compartment in the back almost looks like a revolver cylinder, but it's not. So is this, oh yeah, this is bullet damage, so yeah. Yeah, anyway. I need a Trickster, I need a Orochi, and I need a Silver Raven. I need a Splendor to make a Devotion. An armament that immediately restores VP when used. Oh, I have a... pellet tank. Huh. Oh, the down booster. Wait, is this the down booster? Oh no, it's a different down booster. So this is Nightmare's down booster. Okay. I can make new armors. Oh, machine gun arm. That's the first machine gun arm I've seen. Still rather have assault rifles. I mean, anyway. And the Durandal legs are, I could make Gladius legs. Susano. Wait, these are new, aren't they? Oh, these are better than the Kazakiri? Oh, okay. I need to take off my Kazakiris and... Alright. Oh. Oh yeah, new decal. $33. Aww. Alright, so... There's more decals? What? Oh yeah, that's right. There should be another. Where is it? Oh. So armor, legs. Yeah, I could change my legs from the Kazakiris I have to this long sword, right? Yeah, I'll just go with the longsword legs, and then I could develop at the factory the Susano. Alright, new heads I can make. Lock on range and radar detection range. But what's its stats look like? So it would use less memory, it's less durable, has less defense. An equal, well, a balance on bullet and laser defense. The sight range is less. It's yeah, the sight range is narrow, or what I should say, it's like vertical. Like, yeah, it looks like it's vertical. Because I know the it's because that's like aspect ratio, the 776 380. Whereas the other one, the Muso head, it's gonna have an 854 180. Well, I mean, the 854 could be wide, and then the 180 is tall. That's kind of why I like the head I have right now. It's got a good, like rectangular sight range. Like I really loved how Armored Core, the older Armored Cores, the fire control system would determine the pattern, you know, or how big the lock-on box was. Well, the lock-on range of Raiders does go up a lot, but yeah, the firing support does go down a little bit. Weight goes up, which isn't that bad. Oh, you know what? I am gonna go ahead and develop this head. Oh, wait, darn it. Actually, let's take a look at this head. Oh, see, the Gladius head, instead of having like a you know, like a rectangular box, whether it be vertical or horizontal, um, this has a radial, so it's anything in a 321 size circle on this head. So yeah, I'm a yeah, go ahead and develop that. Yeah, I don't really want to make that nightmare attachment. I mean, I can make a Caladrius. You know what? That Orochi is just taking up space. Why not? Yeah, Trickster is just taking up space. Why not? Okay, not enough credits. That's fine. So develop stuff. Ooh, free missions. Rank D. Destroy Nightmare. Horizon has issued this mission to you alone. Infiltrate Sky Union's. Ooh. So I have to jump out and get into their arsenal then. Meant for you and you. Okay. Secure an arsenal. You will deliver it to a Horizon transport aircraft and it's an aircraft. However, you cannot use an arsenal to infiltrate the airbase. On foot. With as little wear as possible. Oh, great. Great. Yep, here's where I get started. Where I start being drawn into let's see, what's the right word I'm trying to find here? Mystique, intrigue.
警備のもと保管されていると考えられます。なるべく発見されないように目標に接近登場してください。気をつけてください。いくらあなたが歴戦の勇士でもアーセナルなしではどんな攻撃も致命傷になり得ます。
Where is the... Darn it. Hey, I guess not. Really, Kit? You're gonna put yourself here? But of course. Good. Ow. I'm just gonna run for it. Hey, can I interact with the soda machine? No? Alright. No snackos for me. This patrol's gonna pass right overhead. Circle around. Oh, Yeah, that. No, 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 no. Oh, screwed. Oh, bollocks. Gosh. 1 hit point left.
ハードウェアの接続を確認しました。アーセナル起動シーケンス開始。各シーケンスの進行に問題なし。武器安全装置開始。すべて正常に稼働中。アーセナルを起動します。コンソールに脱出ポイントを表示します。ポイントまで機体を搬送してください。その際になるべく機体の損耗を避けるべしとの通達です。これはオーダーの達成要件に含まれます。おや、早速ですが、敵のセキュリティが我々の存在を検知したようです。脱出ポイントには偽装したホライゾンの輸送機が待機しています。機体の引き渡しと同時にあなたも回収してくれるでしょう。もしかして道に迷っているのですか？それほど難しい経路ではありません。コンソールを確認してください。ほら、簡単でしょ。申し訳ありませんでした。私の配慮が足りなかったようです。確かに地図が読めないタイプの人間もいるでしょう。とにかく北へ向かってください。それで脱出ポイントへ近づくことができます。
Oh, of course that would happen.
脱出のために入ったたった今爆破されました。我々を抑えるのではなく、逃げ足を封じるとは。スカイユニオンの司令官もそれほど愚かではないようです。それとも私のような AI が指揮を執っているのでしょうか。状況を鑑みた上で規約に従いオーダーの内容
I'll just find my way out.
本機体の性能を駆使し作戦エリアから脱出してください。なお、現在までのオーダーは一度生産されます。
Pretty much neutralize the base. Wait, is there going to be a... Am I going to roll straight into the next mission? I better have that rifle.
作戦エリアからの輸送機でのあなたの生命を守り、この通路は過去に建設され、現在は使用ダッシュした立場で自慢できることではありませんが、本機体は立ち止まりさえしなければ先ほどの発言を取り消します。火器管制の安全装置をオート。
Okay, cool. There's a stray. Did I just give up a 3-slot... Oh, or a 2-slot... Yeah, 3-slot rifle.
これまでの追撃機とは速度が段違いです。広域回線で呼びかけがあります。オーダーの性質上返信は許可されませんが、受信した内容を映し出します。
そこの泥棒さん、機体を止めて投降なさい。おとなしく言う通りにするなら条約に従って命だけは助けたい。聞く耳なしってことね。
Of course I'm gonna play.
私と追いかけっこしましょう。ルールは分かってるわよね。死んだ方が負けよ。
Alright, I need to go kill something else for its ammo. Or... Ow. Ow. Oh, is she just keeping a shield up? Great. You know what? Oh, charming. Mm-hmm.
後方からさらに新たな機影です。気をつけてください。この識別コードは
細泥相手に手こずってる。
Oh, great.
レッドドッグ、私の獲物よ。引っ込んでなさい。
そうはいかねえんだな。今のままじゃ兄貴の方が70年早く放免になっちまう。だから少しでも稼いで兄貴とケーキを揃えるんだ。
ちょっとやそっと稼いだところで生きてる間に出られるケーキじゃないでしょ。いい加減に理解しなさい。私たちに自由なんてないのよ。
はあ、自由なんて知らねえ。俺は兄貴についていくんだよ。二度と置いていかれたくねえ。それだけだ。
めんどくさいわね。
聞いてるか、細泥。俺は投降しろだなんて言わねえ。俺と兄貴のために死んでくれ。なあ。
Okay, yeah. Still not hurting her, so ow, ow, ow.
予定経路の 75% 地点を通過。エネルギー残量は十分です。一気に駆け抜けましょう。
レッド、減速の用意をしなさい。通路を突き抜ければこっちがお尋ね者よ。
嫌だ、逃げられちまえ。俺じゃまた兄ちゃんに怒られる。
Yep. I am doing my best, my level-headed best, to, you know, get them damaged. Oh, I have no ammo to be messing around. Wait. I did have another gun for backup. Yeah.
前方に新たな機影を確認。高速度でこちらへ近づいてきます。識別コードは不明。挟み撃ちにされる可能性があります。これは想定外の事態です。生存確率が一番高い方法を演算中。
を試すには十分な状況だな。さて、どうなるか楽しみだ。
Can I now kill my pursuers, please? Oh, seems like I cannot kill Rogue Cinderella. Oh well. That's a shame. I mean, now that was a bit of a fun mission. Fun couple missions, really. You know, because it was one leading into the other, and well, you know, that was kind of fun. I'm not gonna say it was the best mission ever, because like, okay, I get it. You want to protect NPCs and not get them shot down, but we've already shot down NPCs and rivals here, and you know, then we're gonna get rescued. You know, after they got shot down, so that's why I'm like, dude, just like I said, some video game design just is stupid. Like, all right, I'm being chased in the tunnel, pursued by another enemy mech. I stopped and decided to engage because I was confident I had the ammunition. I did. Freaking what's her face gets down to low HP, and even though I destroyed the shield, she's no longer taking core HP damage. That's like, because Armored Core never did that. As far back as the very first one. I played it that much, believe me. If, like in the first Armored Core, if you were good enough to, you know, if you were pilot enough, careful enough, whatever, however you wanted to play the mission, if you were good enough to kill a rival Raven that was dispatched to terminate you, guess what? So on some missions, you didn't even have to kill the rival Raven. You could just let the mission time out, like the one mission where you just got to do collateral damage everywhere. If you just let that mission time out at the 20 minutes because a Raven in like the last 5 minutes decides to run you down, or gets contracted to run you down as intercept, or the last 3 minutes or something like that, right? But in that mission, you get 20 straight minutes to just do sheer carnage and damage, right? And in that mission, once you went ahead and all the the enemy Raven spawns, right? Wait a minute. What? Wait. What? What? Secret? What? Um. Huh. That's a that's a that's a big arc emitter sword. Dang. Oh gosh, I have to eclipse RT Omega. Gunfort RT Beta. Oh, anyway, getting back to what I was talking about with the original Armored Core, and you now forgot why I was bitching about this game. Oh, destroying your rival ravens. You could do that. You could choose to engage a rival raven, take them off the merc board, and increase your ranking. That was always compelling. It's like no one was guaranteed life if they met you on the battlefield. And sometimes in some missions, you didn't even have to kill the raven sent after you to complete the mission. It was an optional most of the time, right? It was an optional. Only a very few missions where you had to kill 2, maybe 3 ravens at most. You know, and that's why I was so irked on that last mission. That was a joy kill. That was a joy kill. I don't care, developers. You do not just do that. If I choose to turn around, fight, blow my load to destroy the enemy behind me, the rival armored core, rival mecha, whatever, right? If I choose to do that, do not take away that ability. Do not give the enemy chasing me plot armor. Don't give them a they can't take any damage. They can't be reduced less than 10% hit points. Don't effing do that. Ever. That is a cheap, hollow way. It's cheap and hollow. That's what it is. It's a cheap and hollow way to design your level. Cheap and hollow. That's what it was. That's what it is. It's unfulfilling. And I really hate level design like that. Mission design. Hell, even boss battles like that, I really hate. You know what? Yeah. Yeah, pretty much after Call of Cthulhu. And then kind of like this, like a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth tonight. Yeah, I'm being extra salty. Want to try a couple of nuts? Yeah, probably gargle the mouth a little bit. No, it's like I said, there's just some things you just do not do in combat design. You do not, like for a video, you just don't do that. You do not make an enemy invincible or immortal when there's clearly had whatever her face was dead to rights. And then I was just doing no damage anymore, and I'm like, oh, that's just cheap. That's just cheap. That's just cheap. All the best games I ever played, you could accidentally kill a vital NPC. Yeah, those were some of the best games I ever played, where you could kill a vital NPC, a quest giver, you know. And yeah, I know some people can't ride around. Oh, you just killed my quest giver. Oh, you're never gonna experience this quest. Yeah, let the player never experience that quest. There should be hard consequences in your video game if if there's in a game like this, right? There's like in the first Armored Core, yeah, there's mercs. Sometimes they interact with you, they send emails, they taunt you and stuff like that, or you know, they'll say things like, "Oh, if we ever meet on the battlefield again, you're gonna die," right? And guess what? Sometimes they set it up where you get to confront them again, and you could kill them, or you could just mission's complete. You don't have to fight this Raven sent to intercept you. You can just f off, exit the mission area. You know, just exit the mission area. Just get on your little, well, depending on what kind of mecha you built. You know, 2 legs, tank legs, 4 legs. You can just f off, and that was a that gave the player urgency. It gave them the choice. When you make enemies invincible or key NPCs, like it. I don't know what it is these days with developers, storytellers wanting to take away player agency in a video game. You either don't give the opportunity for the player to kill an enemy or even engage in combat with them if you don't want that NPC to die. Simple as that. It's like how I see. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just go in full rant mode. I went in full rant mode for freaking Call of Cthulhu. Might as well go full rant mode for Deus Ex Machina before I go ahead and just end streaming for tonight. But man, twice happened tonight. Just got it stuck in my craw, right? Or I'm like, okay, that is bad level design. That's a bad encounter design, right? When you take away the player agency, when you've taught and conditioned the player through your level design, through your video game design, that you can do this, you can take down your rivals, you could take down other mercs. When you condition the player that that's a possibility, and that's how I also get new equipment on top of that, and then you take away that ability by giving, like I said, I was like, oh, cool, I have the choice to turn around and fight right away. I chose that. I kicked the shit out of that merc. I could have taken them down, but no, they decided to say, oh no, we don't want you to actually shoot down your pursuers and destroy them pursuing you. So when you shoot down their armor to enough, they become invincible and you can't do any more damage to them. I'm sorry, but if I get in my car right now and I decide to smash into a wall at 100 miles an hour, guess what? I'm gonna accordion it. All right. If you give me the opportunity in a game to attack an enemy, and you don't want that enemy to, let that enemy disengage. It makes even more sense for that enemy to just disengage. Don't give them invulnerability and have them continue to chase the player character in a false, hollow failure of an attempt to put pressure on the player character to escape. That is the worst encounter design to ever do. And I know that because I used to be a GM for Dungeons and Dragons and then, Shadowrun and a whole bunch of other things. And you know what? I'm guilty of that. And I know that was bad design. Endless reinforcements of guards or drones or little summon minions. It's bad design to keep throwing crap at the player or worst possible, this is my handcrafted encounter with this NPC and oh no, you can't kill them. worst thing you could do as a GM. I knew that. Hell, if I handcrafted an NPC, I was probably going to do no more than 5-7 minutes. Maybe give them a nice little funny accent. Hi, I'm Lord Farquaad. Yeah, just take Lord Farquaad, dude. Just like I said, just. But if my players wanted to kill Lord Farquaad, go ahead, kill Lord Farquaad. I could just grab another villain. You know, I'll probably grab Zeus from Hercules. I'll probably grab a villain modeled off that. You know. But yeah, you know, it's if I really wanted to be lazy but make a memorable NPC, right? Like a villain. But to design a level where the player has to escape, you know, like I said, the cheap way is to do like continuously spawning NPCs, right? But there's a finite number or amount of ammunition I have for my weapons. There's a finite amount of, in the original Armored Core, life points or armor points you could have in the mission, because you only bring what you take in the original Armored Cores. You jump into it, that's all you got. If you can't avoid incoming fire, you know, if you can't maneuver and engage and be efficient with your weapon placement so that you have high, you know, high accuracy engaging the enemy and killing them in an efficient manner, you could have a crappy experience or a great one. And that felt great in a game that was designed on the PlayStation 1 over 30 years ago almost now. The pressure to escape in the original, like the levels designed in the original Armored Cores on the PS1. So that's like Armored Core, Master of Arena, Phantasm, Armored Core Phantasm. I think that was the this on the, you know, well, anyways, you know, they're those were peak back then, you know. And it frustrates me to no end that something I played as a teenager when I was like 13, 14 years old is superior to something released in like the past 5 years, 10 years. You know, I'm not saying everyone has to play the original Armored Core on the PlayStation 1 and figure out, you know, micro, you know, boostings left and right with micro hops, you know, was a very efficient way to engage it, but it was because of the way the game was programmed back then, the way the AI was back then. You know, it, like, sure, you know, Armored Core 6, is it really slick? Yeah. But there's a part of me that hates it because it's not the Armored Core I loved. Armored Core 1 through 3, you put any of those in front of me, I swear, that's my jam. That is my jam. And this game plays like those original Armored Cores. Yo, this game is like the closest I've played to the original 3 Armored Cores, you know, 1 through 3. And to me, Armored Core peaked in Armored Core 3 Silent Line. That is when Armored Core peaked for me. You know, and I know there's people that aren't going to disagree with me, but, and it has to do with the level design, mostly the level design and the video game or the game mechanics that were programmed in the game back then. And on this, like I said, this game, the pressure to escape that I just played, escaping that tunnel, the previous Armored Cores, Series 1 on the PlayStation 1, the levels where you're meant to just escape, the pressure to escape was far better done on those Armored Cores than in this game on the level I just played. Because guess what? On those you better effing escape, man. On those Armored Cores, guess what? You could say, "Oh, F that. turn around and start just shooting whoever's coming after you. And guess what? Sometimes you decimate all the MTs coming after you and like armored cars and probably helicopters on some, depending on the level. But after that, you might get 1 or 2 armored cores coming after you, and you might be shot to hell. But dude, it was a player choice. You didn't have to escape. You could destroy all the enemies in pursuit of you. Armored core on those stages, like not all of them, like some of them you had to escape because, oh, the facility is blowing up. Because I set the detonation charges right on the nuclear reactor for that hidden research facility. So there's pressure to escape. So before I set the charges on the nuclear reactor to go and blow up the damn research facility, how about I just go ahead and destroy all of the security before I set the bomb, so I know I have a mostly clean way out. Mostly. Even on that one, you might get intercepted by an armored core. And you have a nice little intense, like, oh, I have to destroy an armored core in 1 or 2 minutes before the facility blows up. But still, that was an option the player could decide to take if they wanted to. They didn't. The original Armored Core gave you the option. Do you want, like, you're probably bloodied, low on ammo, not confident enough that you have enough life left or armor, because it's Armored Core, and you're fighting a big ass mecha. I know I'm ranting. I am on a vicious rant right now for like the past 20 minutes, 30 minutes almost. But that is something, developers, you need to understand. You do not take away player agents. You do not give the player the opportunity to destroy what's pursuing them and make it invulnerable. Like, they're meant... No. Like, I could remember Silent Hill. Leon Kemeny, Las Plagas. Oh, what Resident Evil is that? I think it was like you could choose to escape the house, but if you had enough ammo, if you felt you had enough ammo, you could all the Ganados that were attacking the house, take them down. I think it was, no, it wasn't that. Like, because that was the church bell, but no, it was the. I'm trying to remember a Silent Hill where you had the opportunity to escape, just escape, straight up escape. You could save your resources, like whatever healing plants you had, ammo, whatever, like blah 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 blah, right? Or you could stand up and straight up fight. And if you stood up and stand up fight, even though you would exhaust like almost all your resources doing it, it felt good, and you kind of got rewarded for it too, because you got like collectibles or valuables to trade at the trader, and you also got a couple of like rare ammunition or like a few high powered items earlier. I think Parasite Eve 2 was like that as well, and it just irks me when developers think that because they have a specific vision for the mission or what they want the player to do, that every player is going to do that. That's the thing about video games. Not everybody's going to play the same way. Not everybody's going to want to do what the mission parameter says to do, which in that last one was to escape with the prototype arsenal. Yeah, I am just on a rant right now. And I think that's why I'm getting really disappointed with all the AAA video games. I have zero interest in playing Borderlands 4, for example. I have zero interest. I have zero interest for playing Monster Hunter Wilds anymore because of Crapcom. Because of Crapcom. It's not because the game is bad. It's because of of the way these companies behave. You know, and the way they drove their franchises in certain directions, and it's like, no, I'm not going to reward that behavior. You know, my cat's probably going to come and see. All right, cat, you want to come over here? You want to come over here? Did I wake up the little girl? Huh? Or did you sleep for long? Aw, yeah. She's like, Daddy, go to bed. It's like 3 in the morning. Right? You want me to go to sleep? Is that why? You want to curl up? But no, you know, it's a rant that I should probably end, but there's plenty of video game design, modern day design, like in the past decade. I know people are like, a decade? I'm only like 12 years old, you know? Like, video games, this is how I've experienced video games. Yeah, play some of the older stuff where it was actually, you actually had to have a well done game at launch, or guess what? You don't sell units because it was impossible to patch out stuff. It was impossible to fix stuff. You had to make sure your game was solid. Solid! You had to actually make sure you had quality. You had to make sure your storytelling was on point, because guess what? You couldn't recall those units to fix one little game-breaking bug. You had to make sure those bugs were like as gone as possible back in the day. You had to ship a nearly feature-complete product back in the day. Not unlike not today. You hear it all the time. Oh, we could fix it in a later patch. We could add more content later. Oh, we'll just sell more content to you later. You know, we'll develop this badass game, and guess what? We'll go ahead and chop half of it off. We'll still develop it at the same time as the main game that we're gonna release, but we're gonna go ahead and chop off half and sell it to you as content later, as costume packs or DLC. You know, that, like, DLC, costume packs, stuff like that. You know, that's the worst thing to happen in video games. Like single player, you know, retail AAA video gaming. That's the worst thing to ever happen to it. DLC. Especially when it's DLC planned to be released as part of the lifetime of the game. It's the worst thing to come out. It's the worst thing to be planned. I mean, I think I've ranted a little bit far. Like I said, it's like 3 in the morning for me. You know, if you're watching on the VOD, thank you. If you're watching live and you like hearing me rant, oh, video games, man. I hope you enjoyed the rant. Heck, maybe my ranting put you to sleep. Because you're like, oh, hey, look. Hey, he's ranting again. I could go ahead and be like, oh, I can make fun of him. Yeah, I'm built different. I don't sit here and say, give me slop. Give me slop. I don't do that. I like to have a good experience. I like to have my personal agency and freedom. If, like I said, the cheap thing to do in video games is to make something invincible. Even the player. Even making the player invincible is cheap. Some people will disagree with me on that. They like being invincible. They like having the power because it's a power fantasy. Me, I like a fairly crafted challenge on top of storytelling and having my own personal agency to do things how I see fit, to experience that game. You know, like, sure, some games are very linear. Well, a lot of the early games are. But it's still my choice. All right, how high do I want to jump? Do I want to double jump? Do I want to use a fireball, or do I want to go use a sword? Do I want this power up or that power up? You know? having, I'm not saying the illusion of choice, but having the choice to complete the objective in a video game how you see fit and not the very specific intended way a narrow minded, shallow, uninventive developer wants you to is so much harder to do. I mean, sure, yeah, grab the key, put it in the hole, unlock the gate, right? How do I design a level around that concept that's interesting? And some people go, what do you mean by that? I'm all, Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. There was some levels where, yeah, there's a keyhole. Oh, you know, and they'll put it, and this is a great thing about the level design back then. It's like, like sometimes they'll just fly through the level, either with the cape or on Yoshi, right? You'll just fly through the level, and then, whoa, wait a minute, there's a keyhole right here. That means there's oh, where's the key? And of course, the stages are timed, so you're gonna run out of time if you try looking everywhere. And yeah, I hated the time stages, right? I did, because it took away, well, in a way, having a time stage adds and takes away agency from the player. It adds agency as to in the way to look around everywhere as much as you can within the time limit. Or I gotta go fast. It's just, for like the Sonic stages, I gotta go fast. I gotta complete that stage before I run out of time. So, like I said, you could say the keyhole is like the carrot, right? Or maybe the stick. I'm not sure, but it's something that, oh, the player's like, oh, or even in like I said, going back to Super Mario, hitting like the trigger blocks that make a new skyway path with blocks that just come out of thin air. And sometimes you see like coins just in the air. You can't even jump up to get them, and you're like, what triggers the invisible blocks to appear so I could get up that, right? And it's little level design cues like that could give players urgency. That could make them go, I see that. I know what to do, but where is the trigger? Where is the flashpoint to do what I want to do? And like I said, on that last stage, the flashpoint of me to do what I wanted to do was, I am in a big stompy goddamn robot. I got enough ammo to shoot down at least one arsenal pursuing me, even if it's a merc like myself. I'm going to turn around and fight. They took that agency away from me, and that feels bad. That just feels terrible. That is like, I finally have enough money saved up to go get a double sirloin hamburger with caramelized onions on it and barbecue sauce and bacon. And you order it, and instead of getting that beautiful double sirloin, barbecue sauce, bacon, caramelized onion cheeseburger you wanted, you get told, no, have this grilled chicken with mushroom and asparagus. That's not what I ordered. That's not the experience I want. That's not the experience I saved for. And that's why I get really mad in these games when developers are just like, yeah, we know, we taught you could go ahead and shoot down other mercs and arsenals, and you could loot the parts and equipment off it to make yourself better in the game, but we're not going to let you do that. We don't think, that's not what we want you to do. No, we just want you to run. the kind of people that enjoy that level design where the only option you have is to run, or it's probably the people that enjoy getting pegged with a baseball bat, or the kind of people that just like fucking people over. They're not a developer that wants the player to actually experience the game. They're the kind of people that want to dictate what the player does, and you can't dictate what I do when I start playing your video game. I'm gonna play the video game how I see fit, how I enjoy it. You know, and sometimes that means I'm gonna figure out ways to do things in a level that you're not gonna like, that circumvents your intended experience. That's life. Life is all about I like my condition right now in life. I never planned for to have all this crazy stuff happen to me that I'm not even gonna get into right now because it's all personal and I have way not enough time because I should be ending my stream. But what I could say is I never expected to be where I am in life. This is not what I planned, but this is where I am in life. And you know what? I'm not going to sit here bitch and moan about my life because I'm doing the best I effing can. And you know what? I feel like I'm failing at life. Whoop-de-fucking-doo-dah. Millions of people do. Millions of people feel that way. But I'm not giving up. You know? Yeah, I'm in a bad spot in life. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not giving up. I'm not just gonna be like, oh yeah, the beach is like a 10-minute walk away. I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the pier, go to the end of the pier, and then just jump off and let myself be taken by the sea. I'm not gonna do something stupid like that. Sure, there's a few days where I do kind of like get like really depressed. I'm like, oh, just dig a hole and throw dirt on me. There's some days I'm just tired like that. Of always doing the right thing, of always being strong, of always just hanging in there, right? Because this is the grim reality. All you young people out there, all you old people out there, all you people that want to give up, guess what? Life isn't fair. Life is not sunshine and rainbows. Life is never going to treat you well all the time. There's going to be times this world's going to beat you the fuck up. It's going to stomp you down. And it's going to give you the worst hand dealt you've ever seen. And you really wish you could just reverse Uno that damn draw. That hand that you're forced to play. The situations you're in. Yeah, you're going to feel like that. You're going to feel like giving up. You're going to feel like the only way is to give up. And sometimes that's true. But you never get anywhere giving up. You only get somewhere by continuing to move forward. Through all the struggle, through all the strife, through all the bullshit in this life. The only way you could get somewhere is by moving forward. And that's the best advice I could give to you out there. Keep moving forward. And you know what? Sometimes the way forward isn't straight into a wall. It's, oh, you know what? I see that wall coming. I don't want to smack face first into that. I'm going to go ahead and just turn a little bit. Just turn a little bit. All right, I avoided the wall. Now I could get back into the path I want to go. I guess the best advice I could give anyone. And I just look at how long I've been ranting. I've been ranting for like 40 minutes now. This has just become a just talking. And I just had the damnedest thought enter my mind right now. I was like, Maxie would have loved that rant. She just really would have. I don't know if she'd agree with me wholeheartedly, but she would have enjoyed that rant. Anyway, it's already 3 o'clock my time. I've been ranting for like 40 minutes talking about video game design, some life advice at the end right here, and I had fun. Sure, yeah, I ranted, I bitched. I said I was disappointed with my experience. But you can't order everything, you can't get everything in life and expect it to be fulfilling. Sometimes you get exactly what you want, and it's disappointing. Key point, or example of this. I used to like McDonald's food when I was much younger. Back when they still had 100% pure beef patties. I liked McDonald's. I loved McDonald's when they still had the white meat and dark meat chicken nuggets. The all white meat chicken nuggets took a while to get used to because, yeah, it just didn't taste right. There were the all white chicken nuggets when they switched to all white. It was dry. It was dry. It wasn't juicy. Now, like nowadays, I don't know what they did. Maybe they marinate the white chicken or inject it with some kind of thing, but it's better. The white chicken nugget, the all white breast meat chicken nuggets taste better now. But I still miss that dark meat chicken nugget, man. Oof. Ooh, miss it. And like I said, I miss the all beef McDonald's patties, and now you got this. Like McDonald's hamburgers now make me throw up. I physically can't eat whatever the hell they did to their meat patty. And it doesn't matter what meat patty. It could be the cheap little. Used to be back in the day, you could get like 2 cheeseburgers for like $1, I think, or like, like those little. And it could be like a Big Mac. It could be a quarter pounder. No, they did something with their meat patty that makes me physically throw up. The only 3 menu items I could basically eat at McDonald's: chicken nuggets, the filet-o-fish. I had my middle finger up. I didn't mean to flip you guys off. Sorry. The filet-o-fish, and the last thing I could have on the menu is their fries. And guess what? Sometimes their fries will still make me sick because it depends on if they clean the fryer or not. Yeah! There's been the... Yay. Yay. Hi, Yonen. Daddy's on a rant. Oh. But, like I said, sometimes in life, things you did love are going to change. And they don't always change for the better. Sometimes things you loved change. And you're not going to enjoy them anymore. Maybe you change as well. And I'm on record saying this, but I'm envious and a little jealous of people that can enjoy the things I don't enjoy or that I don't like the taste of. And that's mostly due to the fact that on paper, on design concept, on the narrative premise, I should enjoy it. And then when I experience it, I don't. And is that other people to blame for overhyping something up? Maybe. That's a possibility. Or maybe it just takes more because his life has beaten me up pretty bad. Maybe. White cat? She's fine. She's just playing with something. But because this world's just beating me up so hard, I can't help but being facetious, cynical, and believing that, hey, nothing good ever comes for me. And nothing good ever comes to me. Some people think that's a very terrible thing. A very terrible thing. And it is. But I didn't go through life saying I want all the terrible things to happen to me. All the bad luck to be mine. Nah, I don't think no one goes through life truly believing or thinking that or wanting it. But sometimes life just beats you the F up like that. And like I said, the only thing to do in those situations is keep moving forward. If it gets too much, just tell yourself one more day. One more step. And that's the hard part. Sometimes. Just one more. Just do the damn thing. But I popped this shoulder. Oh, yeah, me getting older, my body's breaking down easier. Oh, damn, that felt good. That shoulder pop felt good. But yeah, guys, if I don't shut myself the F up now, I'm gonna keep talking. So thanks for hanging out, everyone. If you enjoyed my rant for this long, thank you. And hey, if you don't mind, on my bottom of my Twitch description, if you don't mind, I wouldn't mind a donation. Just a couple bucks. Buy me a coffee. Buy my cat some cat toys. Whatever. If you find enjoyment from everything I've done, okay, just throw some bones my way. Not gonna beg, but I don't really ask that often. Yeah, I don't really ask that often. But if you find me entertaining, maybe you'll want to hear some rants. Send a donation, send a request. Hell, just talk in the chat. That's me done for tonight in a nutshell. So thank you for watching. Whether it's live, Rod. Have a good one.